second episode of Taste Buds. I'm Sinan.
And I'm Ralph.
Today we're going to be making a very special 4-layer Fiesta dip. Now, even though the first layer is not the guacamole sauce, I wanted to start with it because I think it's the hardest thing to do.
It is.
The first thing you need is 1 avocado, or 2 depending on how big the platter is going to be, and guacamole mix. Now you can get this at any supermarket, but the thing is this is meant for 2 avocados, so we're just going to cut it in half. It'll be fine. Alright, so first thing you want to do with the avocado is we need to cut it. And the thing you want to know about the avocado is there is a very large pit in the center, so you're going to have to cut around that. And you need a spoon. Yeah, you want to do this, you can scoop that out. You can put the pit aside. You're not going to need it anywhere in this recipe. So, now when you take the pit out, you want to take the rest of it, the actual green stuff in the avocado, in both layers, and put it in a bowl. Put the pit aside. Now, first layer of the dip, it's going to be refried beans. Now you can use baked beans. I find them to be a little bit sweeter, but I'm just using refried beans because I just like the taste more. Alright. You want to put this in its own separate bowl. And what I like to do to the beans is I like to add a little bit of seasoning to it because it gives it more of a flavor than just beans. So what I'm going to do after I get all the beans is I'm going to add taco seasoning mix. Now,
from Taco Bell.
This is from Taco Bell. So if you're a fan of Taco Bell, you can pick this up. Once again, any grocery market. And the thing that's great about this recipe is there are no real measurements, but if you're the kind of person who needs measurements, 2 teaspoons of this taco seasoning mix. But once again, you can just add however much you want. That's 2 teaspoons per jar. Okay, so I've just blended together some taco seasoning mixed with my beans. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to add the first layer of the salsa. I'm using any glass bowl. It doesn't matter what you use. I picked this because it's slightly small shape. It's easy. So I'm going to take the beans, put it in here. Now the second layer we're going to add is the actual guacamole sauce, which Ralph is working on very hard. Alright, that's getting to be a little mashed, which is good. So I want to start adding the guacamole mix. Just going to take that spoon from you. Alright. Now, this is meant for 2, so I'm going to take about half. I'm just going to sprinkle it on, keep going. You don't want to add the whole thing in right away because it's a lot harder to mash all of them. If you just add a little bit at a time, you can mash that in. You can just add a little more as you keep going. Yeah, you want to make sure you don't see any of this powder. It's just going to be this nice green
mush.
Yes, exactly. So you want to take the fork and like try mashing it a little. Like watch. Yeah, perfect. You want to do that. That's going to get all the lumps out of the avocados. It's going to make a nice creamy sauce. Now even this avocado sauce, guacamole sauce, it's perfect for chips by themselves, but you're using it for this layer. That's getting to be nice and mashed. Alright, so that looks good.
Okay.
That looks fine. I'm just going to work with that. I'll take the fork, I notice. Alright, so I'm going to add this to the layer. Now this is going to be a little more thin. This is going to be a very thin layer. Alright, I'm going to spread it along. They're going to mix. That's fine. It doesn't like, I don't think it really matters that much. You just want distinct layers, which is the point. If it doesn't reach the 4 corners, that's fine. I just need to make sure you have a layer. Okay, that looks good. Very good. Now, next layer is going to be salsa. You gotta make the distinct layers again. Salsa's a little bit harder to make the layer because it's so fluid, but it's gonna look like this. It'll be fine. It's gonna taste great in the end.
Better.
All right. All right, perfect.
Tastes good.
Okay. These are the 3 inner layers. Now the top layer I'm gonna make out of a little bit of scallions, a little bit of lettuce, and a little bit of sour cream. Now normally I make a layer of sour cream, but when I make this, some people don't like sour cream, so what I do is I just put it in little dollops on top. If people don't like it, they can work around it. But I like to add these scallions and lettuce. They have to be very finely cut to put them on top. And I have some cheese, I'll put that in. So if you don't mind cutting the scallions, the scallions have to be cut in, exactly, in little circles like that. And when you cut the lettuce, you gotta be very finely cut. That should be enough.
I want to make more though.
Start with the other ones.
Yeah,
the
sure.
white part I think is the best part, so. Alright. This lettuce looks good. I'm just gonna sprinkle the lettuce. Just all on top. It's kinda like its own layer. Alright. Take these scallions, that should be perfect. Just sprinkle. They're just for flavoring. They're not their own distinct layer. Just adds a little kick. Now, the thing with the cheese is, it's important to add cheese right before you're gonna eat it because it's a refrigerated product, and if you put cheese in it and you leave it alone, you put it back in the fridge, the cheese may go bad. Ralph, do me a favor. Sprinkle cheese onto that.
Sounds good.
Here you go. This is a 4 cheese Mexican mix. Hopefully it's good. Then again, when is cheese not good? I'm just gonna need another, take this spoon. That's my bad. Get that out later.
Yeah.
Alright. Now, the thing with sour cream is, if you're the kind of person that likes to watch their weight, you can actually mix sour cream with yogurt. So, it's a little more healthy for you. I'm just gonna put just big dollops on the side. People don't like sour cream, they can eat any part that's not in it. Alright. Sprinkle cheese all over. Yep. I love cheese. Cheese. Next part, I like to season it with a little green chili peppers. They're just, they're not very spicy, but I think they add a nice kick to the salsa. Now once again, as I said, you can add Spanish black olives, Spanish any olives. They can be their own layer. Some people like to do that. Once again, you can make the sour cream its own layer, but I didn't for this one. And basically, you can add any layer you want to this. And in the end, this is going to be a great mix. Dig in.
Sure.
You want to make sure you get to the bottom so you get all the layers in one.
That's good.
That's good. And the thing you also want to know, with guacamole sauce, if you want to keep it fresh, like if you want to make it and then make the actual 5-layer or 4-layer dip later, you want to put the guacamole sauce in the refrigerator right after you make it. So you can keep it chilled, so it tastes the best. And thank you for joining us for a second episode of Taste Buds. I'm Sinan.
And I'm Ralph.
Enjoy! Bon appetit. Should bring my sombrero.
Yeah, I should know. Jeez.